All right, so just a reminder, if you could use the raising hand feature when you're asking a question. And we have the highest ranking Big Ten postseason award in Rutgers history right here, Ron Harper Jr. So I will see Jerry's hand is up. I'll let you kick it off.
Okay, Ron, congratulations. I know you love to talk about your teammates, so let's start off with a question about Caleb and what it means to you guys to have him recognized as the Defensive Player of the Year.
It means the world. We're really happy for Caleb, and we wanted to make sure we're all there together with him when he found out. It's a really special moment for us as a team, for a guy like Caleb, all he's been through, the ups and downs, the injuries. To be where he is today is remarkable. It's incredible, and we're just glad that he was celebrated. And him being Defensive Player of the Year, to step stone in his career, it's a great milestone for him, but his best basketball is yet to come. So we're really happy for Caleb.
And what does it tell you that all five starters received some kind of recognition from the Big Ten? You're the only team to get that today.
We're a really well-rounded group, and I feel like if some of the guys on the bench had a little more opportunity, they could be all Big Ten caliber players too. So we have a deep bench, we have a really well-rounded crew, and we work hard every day to make each other better on and off the court. So,
Brian,
thank you.
Ron, to that end, as Jerry mentioned, all five starters got some recognition. Caleb gets Defensive Player of the Year. You're second team All Big Ten by coaches, Associated Press, everything. Is this a sign that Rutgers is finally getting some respect in the Big Ten and that people are recognizing how good you guys have been in the last couple of years?
I definitely hope so. We're definitely sweating for the Caleb for Defensive Player of the Year because kind of has a weird way of not going in our favor sometimes. But yeah, we've had a great year. It's good for all five guys to be recognized like that, and it just shows how as a collective group how well we work together and how well we play together. So hopefully we're gaining respect, and we're looking to gain a lot more respect. We got a lot of basketball to play.
Chris Eisman.
Ron, what's the feeling of the team like going into Indianapolis? Obviously, having gotten the double bye. I mean, what are you guys kind of feeling right now and thinking about as you head out for the Big Ten tournament?
Well, we feel good. I feel like going into the Big Ten tournament, we got to look at ourselves as an underdog because I feel like no matter who we play in our first quarterfinal game, we're going to be looked at as an underdog. So just going there with an underdog mindset and us against the world kind of mindset, we'll try to win the Big Ten championship. One thing the guys need to realize that we weren't too many games away from a Big Ten regular season championship. So in the postseason, let's go get a Big Ten tournament championship.
Aaron Brightman.
Ron, congratulations. Just wanted to ask, in terms of having these extra days to rest, how important is it, with the grind that the end of the season has been, for you guys to kind of get your legs back and mentally reset now that, really the grind of March is here?
We're definitely grateful to have those extra days off. That's not we have had the pleasure of having that the past couple of years I've been here. So it's definitely gonna be good for our legs, good for how our bodies feel. And it's important, like you said, we played a grueling end of the season schedule, and those last 10 games we played, it truly was a gauntlet. So we might be a little worried. We might be we're down a little bit, but we get a couple extra days of rest, and we earn that playing in the best conference in basketball. So we're going to keep showing up to practice. Again, we're training rich and keep ourselves healthy and going to Indy real fresh.
Brian.
On a personal level, like I mentioned before, you're second team All Big Ten in pretty much everyone that voted. What's it like for you to get that recognition and be among the top 10 players in the Big Ten?
It's cool, but I would say, you guys, it's never about me. But I wouldn't be in this position without my coaches and my teammates. They put me in those kind of positions to be recognized like that, and I'm truly grateful for them. But it's never about me, and I'm just happy that we finished fourth in the Big Ten. So if I could sacrifice that individual accolade for first place, I definitely would.
Jerry, you got one?
Yeah, I do. Ron, have you ever met Quincy Doobie? You're the first Rutgers player to make first or second team since Quincy Doobie. Have you met him, or do you know anything about him?
Yeah, first time I met Quincy Doobie was after we beat Miami my freshman year. But ever since that, he comes around every year, comes to practice, couple of games. So me and him have good conversations, and he's giving me a lot of good advice. So.
Great guy. Obviously, he's tremendous. I mean, the shooter and the running one-hander was legendary. I'm sure you've seen a couple highlights.
Yeah, definitely. Being a New Jersey kid, I definitely saw that highlight a lot.
Ryan Dunleavy.
Hey, Ron, congrats on making all Big Ten.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was a little late here, so I apologize if this is repetitive, but it feels like you guys could win this Big Ten tournament. And then looking at some of the teams you beat, it's like you could beat anybody. And then look at the teams you lost to or towards the bottom of the conference. How do you guys explain that? That it seems like you could beat anybody or on some nights lose to anybody on a given night.
There's no gimmies in the Big Ten. You know, whoever we play in that first round, we got to be prepared for a hard-fought 40-minute game. And teams 1 through 14, I think they're all really good teams. You know, Nebraska's been playing really well recently, and all those teams at the bottom of the conference, I feel like their record doesn't correctly display how good they are, how well coached they are. They lose a lot of close games, and if some of those go their way, their record can be flip-flop. So no matter who we play in the Big Ten tournament, we got to be able to lock in mentally. You know, this is the most important stretch of the season, so we just got to go in there with a fresh mind and clear mind and know where we're going to play. They're going to leave it all out there, so we got to match the intensity.
I'm sure every team, when they're a 10 seed and 11 seed, goes in and says, oh, we can win the Big Ten tournament. Is this the most confident you are that you guys can win the Big Ten tournament compared to years past? Is this the most sure you are that you could win it?
I think so. Yeah, I think this is the best team I've played on since I've been here. I just feel like it's different. You know, I feel like our chemistry is just levels ahead of where it's been in the past. And I think we really just gel good together as a group. And we had a couple of rough patches, and I think it's important for good teams to go through that. And the way we bounced back, the way we kept showing up, and the way we've gotten better as the season progressed has really shown a lot about our character and what we can accomplish as a team. So, like I said, going into Indianapolis, we're going to win a Big Ten championship, 3 games in 3 days, but we got to take it one day at a time. It starts tomorrow in practice.
Aaron Brightman.
Ron, just to follow up on before, obviously the last month, you know, the urgency you guys had to play with to get back into it. And now that you have had a couple of days to kind of reset, are you starting to feel as a team and maybe even yourself, just, you know, like this is it now, this is your last chance to really, you know, entering the postseason, it's win or go home. And how has that kind of changed the attitude around the team?
Well, I told the guys this the other day, we can play 2 more games this season or we can play a lot more. It's about what we make out of it. So we got to go into every game preparing for it to be one of our last. You know, who knows how many games this group has together, and we kind of get to dictate how that goes. So we're going to show up in practice. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. And like I said, we fought back from a lot this year. So I'm confident this group is going to go into the most important part of the season with a chip on their shoulder, remembering all of it.
Ryan, you got another one? Ryan Dunleavy. Nope.
No, I'm good. Sorry about that.
No worries. Everybody good with Ron? Thank you, guys.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Thank you. Have
Thanks
a
a
good
lot,
day.
Ron. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ron.
We'll be right back with Gio Baker. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys, we got Gio Baker here. We'll kick it off with Jerry Carino.
Hey, Gio, congratulations on all the awards today.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Ron said that you guys were watching it live and everyone was all fired up to watch it with Caleb. Tell me about the dynamic of seeing that unfold and Caleb's reaction and your reaction to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, he absolutely deserves it. I don't even think it was close. You know, but yeah, we tricked Caleb into thinking we had a team meeting at 12. And we kind of just sat down and started watching the show. You know, just seeing him, you know, get the award was just really special. Everyone was so excited. Everyone, you just a ton of emotions, and he absolutely deserved it. That kid's grinded through everything, through injuries, through mental stuff where he's maybe not shooting the ball well, people coming at him, all that stuff, everything. He just fought through it all and found a way to win that award. So just super special for him. We're all just super proud of him.
And what's it like for you guys to have all 5 guys recognized? You're the only team that had that from the Big Ten today.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just shows, how good of a team we are, how special of a unit we are, all the chemistry that we have. And, we have a real good veteran group. And, guys like passing to each other. So, one day it's one guy's day and another day it's another guy's day. And, that's the special part about our team.
Ryan?
Gio, bouncing off that, you guys got 5 guys honored. Caleb wins the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Ron gets second team, you get third team. That's a lot of honors, obviously. Do you feel like Rutgers is finally getting respect from the Big Ten, which I imagine when you got here and the beginning of them being in the league, that wasn't as prevalent as it is now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you have to earn your respect. And, 12 wins and in 4th place in the conference, we definitely earned our respect. So I think it's definitely there now. I don't think anyone, really looks at Rutgers the way they used to, how they used to talk about Rutgers for sure. I think that the perception has definitely changed. And, but again, we had to earn that. That wasn't just given to us.
Aaron Brightman?
Gio, congrats. Just in terms of now that you have senior day behind you, you've had a couple days, a couple more days to kind of reset. How's the mindset of yourself and this team kind of changed now that you're in the postseason and it's a win or go home situation?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's really changed. When you think about the last 2 games of the regular season, it was kind of win or go home too. That's kind of how I was thinking about it. So, I think we've kind of already had that mindset, but we want to win a Big Ten championship. So we feel like we're in a good position to do that. So we're just going to lock in on scouting report on whoever we're playing against and, do our best to, make that happen.
Ryan Dunleavy?
Gio, do you feel like you guys are in the NCAA tournament, or you feel like you need to make some noise here in the Big Ten tournament to sleep a little better at night?
I mean, it's really out of our hands. It's hard for me to say. Obviously at the end of the day, it's up to the committee. I think when you look at all the awards that our guys got, I think it'd be hard to leave us out of the tournament just because, we have the Defensive Player of the Year, guy on the second team, a bunch of guys get honors. I think that, it's an entertaining basketball team and, we've shown that we can beat good teams. But, right now our focus is just, getting to the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament and then to the championship and then winning. So that's all we can control, just control what we can control. We can't really, we have no say in it. So.
Chris Eisman? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, G. I was going to say, I'm sure in past years, I don't know what the seeds were, but if you guys went into it as a 6 seed or an 8 seed or a 10 seed or whatever it was, I'm sure you would have sat here and told us, yeah, we can go on a run and win it. I don't know. Did you really believe that as much as you believe it now? Is this the most you've ever felt like Rutgers could win the Big Ten, tournament?
If you know me, then you know that I'm always confident that we can win it. So, I'm always confident in myself and in my team. And this year's no different. I feel like we have a good chance to go win it.
Thank you.
Chris Eisman?
Gio, Ron was saying that you guys are going to go into this kind of with an underdog mentality, even as the number 4 seed in double bye. I mean, what is it about this team that kind of thrives on that role and that you guys kind of want to keep that going into the Big Ten?
I think it just has to do with our past, not just at Rutgers, but before Rutgers. I think that that's just the identity that we've had, all our lives, not even just through college. So I think that that's what we're used to. That's where we're comfortable. Just that little edge, that little chip on our shoulder. So, we try to have that as much as we can.
Jerry?
Gio, it seems like a million years ago, you were in Madison Square Garden as a freshman lighting it up, right? What do you remember most about that? And how much did that sort of lay the groundwork of belief that something like this could one day be possible?
Yeah.
For you.
That place, it was just special. That moment was special. For me, what I remember most was the Purdue game, just because it was such a high level game, even though we lost the game. That was the first loss where, all you guys, all the reporters were just coming in kind of happy. like, damn, you guys did this, did that, like this is crazy. And I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, we just lost. Like, and everyone's kind of happy right now. Like, the vibe is good. So I think for me, I always had belief that, we were going to break through and we were going to be something special. But I really think that Madison Square Garden kind of gave everybody else belief, because like I said, like you guys were happy, the fans were happy. And I remember coming back to Rutgers and like people were giving us praise and I'm like, dude, we lost. Like just so I feel like it kind of changed like the outside perspective. I think that's kind of where the groundwork got laid. But for me personally, I mean, I always believed in Coach Pikel and what we were going to do.
Thanks a lot.
Ryan, you have another one?
Yeah, Gio, there are probably some fans who haven't, college basketball fans who don't follow the whole course of the regular season. How do you explain your guys' season? Like, how does a team beat the number one team in the country, win 4 in a row against ranked teams, but also have a loss to Lafayette and to some of the lower seed teams in the Big Ten? How do you explain your guys to somebody who's just tuning in to college basketball?
I mean, I think you just explained college basketball. I think a lot of people on the outside don't understand how hard it is to win in college basketball. If you don't have the right mindset, if you're not locked in, if one thing is not going right and the other team may have the game of their life, you just have no idea what could really happen. And that's why March Madness is so special too, because, it's just one game elimination. You have no idea what could happen. But, there's just a lot of preparation that goes into games and, college basketball is just it's a tough environment. It's hard to play. It's hard to win. Winning is not easy. So I would say that that's really the explanation right there. Yeah, I mean, you can only, again, control, you can control. We took those losses and we learned from them. We could have easily laid down and, just said, oh, the season's over, blah, 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 because that's what everybody else was saying. But, we have a great coach who understands the ups and downs of basketball. And, we have great veterans who also understand the same thing. We've been through losing streaks before as a team. And, we understood that and we just tried to fight back as best we could.
Everybody go with Gio? Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Gio, congrats.
Be right back with Caleb. Hey guys, we got Caleb McConnell here, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, just fresh off the court. So we will start off with Jerry Carino.
Caleb, congratulations, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so give me set the scene for me. They told you there was a team meeting, and then they put on the TV and they're showing the Big Ten Awards show. What was the reaction like, and how surprised were you about all this?
Man, I was definitely surprised. I was definitely happy that my team was there with me when they got announced. It was definitely a cool feeling, especially getting an award like that. But man, it was fun. It was awesome. It was definitely a surprise. It was definitely because I didn't know, people. I mean, like, you know how they do Rutgers all the time. So I was kind of surprised when I got it, but I was definitely happy. Definitely humble about it, but I was very thankful.
You mentioned, you know how they do Rutgers, and we've laughed about it before, but all 5 Rutgers starters got awards today. Is that a sign that maybe everyone's starting to come around to, hey, this is a legit Big Ten title threatening squad?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I'm also a national threat to everyone else, and not just the Big Ten. It just goes to show you that that we got all the pieces we need, and we just got to put it together. But I also want to congrats to my other teammates, and also if there was a Most Improved award, I think Cliff will get it.
Ryan?
Caleb, coming off this, you're going into the Big Ten tournament, 4 seed for the first time in program history. What's the feeling going to the tournament? What are you guys hoping to get out of Indianapolis? And just what's the week been like leading up to this?
All right, man, the feeling's been amazing. As you guys all know, when me and Ron came here, and in the year before that, Gio was here. Rutgers was always at the bottom of the poll. Always finished 14th. Previous years finished 9th, 8th, or 7th, somewhere in that range. So just to finish up in 4th place this year is very awesome. And also, it's supposed to show you how tough the Big Ten is, how everyone's up and down. You know, how Purdue was picked to win it all and things like that. And Purdue ended up losing, I think, like 6 or 7 games, I think. And that just goes to show you how tough this league is. But it's very exciting being a 4th seed. We finally get a little break going into the Big Ten tournament versus playing right away. So it's definitely a good feeling, but we just got to get prepared for Friday and just lock into whoever we might play and just go from there.
Jerry, you got another one for Caleb?
Yeah, I do. Caleb, the last Rutgers player to win Defensive Player of the Year was Hamideh Njai in 2010. Have you ever heard that name? It's been 12 years. You know anything about him?
Oh man, I actually heard a little bit about him. I just heard he's a good dude, a great person, and if I'm sure he got drafted in the 2nd round.
He was the last Rutgers player to get drafted. Yep.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I did hear a little bit about him, but I'm just great to be in his company, and I'm glad I got Defensive Player of the Year, and I'm glad that my name is officially stamped here forever.
And what's the Caleb? What's the confidence level like going in? You've been in. This is your 4th Big Ten tournament. Is there a different vibe going into this one that maybe hey, we can win this thing? I know you always think that, but is it a little different this time?
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Especially heading into this tournament, we already beat number 1 team, beat the number 2 team, beat the 4th team, beat 6 and 7, and we know we can beat anybody. Going into this year, we also scrimmaged teams like UConn and Villanova, and we were hanging with those guys. So we know whoever we get matched up with in this Big Ten tournament and also in the NCAA tournament that we can take care of business.
Ryan Dunleavy.
I got 2 for you, Caleb. Congrats on winning Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What does it take to be the Defensive Player of the Year? Like, not everybody. I played high school basketball. I hated defense. Not everybody wants to play defense. What kind of mindset or what kind of skill set? Or I read Coach Peichel say you could guard all 5 spots. Why? What does it take to be good on defense like you are?
For one, man, that's funny you say that because I never really liked defense. Like I was always okay at it, and I guess like average, but everyone wants to score the ball. Everyone wants to see the ball going. Everyone wants to touch it, and everyone wants to make the plays and stuff like that. But when it comes to defensive end, I feel like it's just really will and your will to win. I feel like here, my will to win is really off the charts, man. I want to win so bad. Just previous years, going to the tournament, coming up short, and just being at Rutgers, finishing 8th place, finishing this place. So I think over the years, it kind of helped me build up to now. Like I said, and then just my knowledge of the game, my IQ. I got a feel of where guys are going to be at and how the play is going to be ran and stuff like that. And then I just want to stop the other guy too, man. I know we got some awesome players in this league, and I always look up to that challenge to guard those guys and guard whoever, and really just doing whatever it takes for my team to win. But yeah, also it does take a little skill, but I think deep down it's really effort and heart.
And then big picture, Caleb, like you mentioned all the great things you guys have done, beat number 1, number 2, hung with UConn, Villanova. You guys also had some some head scratchers, like losing to Lafayette and some things in November where some fans were like, this isn't the same team. They're not gonna make a run. For those fans who tuned out maybe in November, how did it get to this point? How did you guys turn it around from, what was probably an emotional low in November to where you are now?
All right. And just speaking about those early losses, the losses that we shouldn't have lost, man, those we had two games back to back where we lost to buzzer beaters. They probably shouldn't have hung around, and we probably should have blown them out. But at the end of the day, it's basketball, and things happen. Like I said, we lost to 2 buzzer beaters back to back, Lafayette and UMass on the road. But now I think we're at to the point, which during that time we knew we had to get better. And we knew we had things to work on. And like I said, we have four vets on this team, and the rest are young guys. A lot of those guys haven't been in the same situations that me, Ron, and Gio, and Paul have been in. So those guys needed time to experience those things and experience to know what it's like to play in the Big Ten, and also just to play against other teams. And mind you that we weren't playing in front of a crowd last year. So, things were a little bit different coming into this year, but I feel like we figured it out. Everyone figured out their roles. And I feel like this team did an awesome job of just improving every day in practice, man, it's tough, man. Basketball games are tough. You see teams all the time that win that aren't supposed to win at all. And it just happens. I feel like it's basketball, but it's up to the players and coach to figure it out. And I feel like we did a great job of that. Thank you.
Chris Nowalski, last year for Caleb.
Hey, Caleb, congrats on winning the award, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Were you surprised that you won, or how do you feel like you stacked up against the rest of the league in terms of, the defensive award?
I was surprised. Just because I was reading some things that I might not get it, and just like I mentioned earlier, just how previous years how they did Rutgers, how I feel like the media does Rutgers, but I just shout out to my staff. The staff here, they did an amazing job of just pushing that out and putting the world on notice of how I defend and how I can cause pressure on the defensive end. And I feel like our staff did a great job of that and just trying to put the whole America on notice. So shout out to them. And to them, like they were pushing the media stuff out like I was going to win Player of the Year or things like that. So I was definitely happy, man, just to see that. But also it came down to my work too, man. The work showed you, the stats show you. I feel like I make a huge impact on the defensive end. I feel like that's why I won the reward. It's really not no other guys guarding like that to me. I'm 6'7" and I can guard whoever. And I just disrupt the offense. And I feel like that's why I got picked Defensive Player of the Year. And also I feel like I'm National Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Anybody else for Caleb? All right, guys, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot, Caleb. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.